Greetings and namaste. It's Lady Royal Red Peace coming to you again with this week's energy reading. So, I decided to go in a different way over the next couple weeks. I want to see how this is going to pan out. First of all, I have changed my channel. My channel name is now The Love Oracle. And the reason for the change is over this last couple of weeks, I've really just been focusing and meditating and wanting to connect with the right audience. And what I'm noticing lately going on in the collective is people are really wanting to have love relationships. And when I say love relationships, love with themselves, loves with another, being in more harmonious balance with just the whole. So you may be desiring a soulmate. You may be desiring a life partner. You may be desiring more love with yourself because ultimately it starts with the self. So I'm really feeling drawn to want to assist those who are in a space of, hey, I want a companion. I don't care if the companion is somebody you just want for, hey, I just want the summer fling. You just might want to meet somebody for the summer and deal with that person for a certain period of time because you want to have that experience. No judgment. There's nothing wrong with that. I am here to assist you to energetically align with that. So I am now going by the name of the Love Oracle. My name is still Lady Royal, but this is the essence of what you're going to be getting. My focus is on love. Love. Loving yourself, loving others, and just the relationship that you have with love. So, love and relationships is what I'll be focusing on. It really is something I've always been interested in assisting the collective humanity to develop themselves in because I feel if we have better relationships with ourselves, then we're going to have better relationships with each other. So, over this next couple of weeks, I want to focus on something that I'm entitling Love Lessons. And it'll come from different aspects. It just depends on how I'm feeling because I'm going to flow along with however the energy is presenting itself at the time. But this week, I'm going to focus on the four elemental groups. And what I mean is zodiac signs fall into four elements. So I'm going to start off with the earth signs, which are Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And they're an earth element. And I'm going to share a love lesson for those three signs. Now, mind you, I need you to look at your natal chart when you're listening to these messages and see where you may have Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. Look for those in your chart, whether it's in the sun, the moon, or the rising. Look for it there. And you can even look in the different houses to see where you might have those signs so that you can get this full message as well for yourself. Because just because you may not be a sun Taurus, a sun Virgo, or a sun Capricorn, does not mean that these energies are not present in your natal chart somewhere. So we're going to first start out with the elements of Earth, which is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. And their lesson for this week is relinquish the need to change others. So what I'm getting is coming up for the elemental signs of Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn is like you might be dealing with the need to try to make somebody be something that they're not, or you might be dealing with wanting to change a person, the way they think or the way that they see. Now, I'm not talking about something like you offering a suggestion to the person and they may not be interested. That doesn't mean that you're trying to change them when you are offering suggestions. It's more so when you start forcing and it's like you constantly harp on something and you want this person to be a certain way because you're not comfortable with it or you don't like it. Guess what? That doesn't make good for a good relationship to flow with this person. So, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, we need to focus on this week which is going to be from June the 14th to about June the 20th, on learning how to relinquish the need or relinquish control of wanting someone to be the way that you want them to be. Because people are going to be how they are, but in a love connection or a love relationship, whether it's with your significant other, a special person, whether it's on a job, it's in your career, or even with your finances. I'll explain that in a moment. Or just overall dealing with people, period. You cannot force how you see upon another and expect them to want to change. Now, once again, making a suggestion or offering an idea, it's not forcing. It's when you continually keep feeling like this is the way it's supposed to be, like you know best, and that they don't have their own mind. Relinquish the need to change others. Relinquish the need to force your way upon others to make them go the way that you're going. Now, also, let me be clear on this. Relinquishing the need to change others, make sure that you're not operating in any underhanded type of ways of being deceptive, being manipulative, being sneaky to get someone to do what you want them to do without their awareness. Because if you're sneakily going behind someone, or you're wording things in a certain way, or you're being slick with the mouth or slick with the hand, guess what? It's gonna backfire on you. Most definitely it is. It's going to come up in a way that you don't expect, and you're going to be exposed and you're going to be called out about it. So it's about being straight and being truthful as well. Elemental signs, you need to make sure that you're presenting your case as it is and not withholding or hiding information. So, not relinquishing. We need to relinquish the need to want to change others. And the back message is saying real love is accepting other people the way they are without trying to change them. And it's saying if we try to change them, this means we don't really like them. It's easier to find someone who is already the way you want them to be instead of trying to change that person. Now, I agree with that in the fact of trying to find someone that is already the way you want them to be. And the way that you would do that, you have to align from within. Because the only way that you're really going to be able to connect with someone else that is already the way that you want them to be in a lot of ways, you have to be that yourself. Because this is about alignment. It's not about attachment, unless you want attachment. Because see, some people just want a mate that they can be attached to in this life, and they're not really thinking about ascension, or they're not thinking about evolution or growing. They are just thinking about this earth. We are in a time where this is about evolution, about expansion, and about evolving to a higher consciousness. So you're not going to be able to operate in certain ways, earth elements. You're going to have to operate from an aspect of being more heart-centered and being more open and more flowing. And since we are earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, since you're grounded, guess what? It might be a little more easier for you to stay stable in yourself in certain ways when it comes to different aspects of your relationships, like being grounded in your truth. And when I say grounded in your truth, basically when you say something, you stand on that. You don't allow someone to sway you easily. You're more stable in what you think, and you're more stable in your how you feel about things and how you see things. And that would lead sometimes to being a little pushy and wanting to try to change others, because you might feel like, no, this is the way, and this is the way this is supposed to be. In order for you to connect with those that are willing to be open to seeing how you see without you feeling the need to change them, you need to be okay within yourself that if they don't align themselves with what it is that I'm suggesting, that things are still going to be okay. You're just going to have to accept where they are in their growth. Now, I'm not talking about toxic, unhealthy stuff. If this person is abusive, you don't need to fool with that. You need to get away from that, because Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, we're not on that vibration and frequency. You're going to elevate higher to a higher frequency and vibration. You're not going to be looking to deal with someone who is still on those lower frequencies and they haven't made up in their conscious mind that they're willing to elevate. So we are going to focus on relinquishing the need to change others and aligning yourself with more love from within that says, hey, I'm comfortable with me and I'm comfortable with how you are. Now, once again, as long as it's not something that's going to be toxic or hurtful to you or even to that person, because sometimes when people are toxic, they don't really realize that they're hurting someone else. They just think, hey, this is the way I am, this is how I've been. But if it's not causing them to elevate and rise up and come into a more aware consciousness, then I would have to say it's not a good way of being. And they may just have to find that out on their own. You don't have to stick around for that. But truly, you have to be open to learn your love lesson. And this week, going forth, earth elements, your lesson is going to be to relinquish the need to change others. Now, this encompasses those who have these earth elements in your moon as well as in your rising sign. So, once again, focus on being comfortable with who you are, loving yourself as you are so that you can give that to others. Now, this is an energetic reading for the collective. It's not a personal reading. And if you want a personal reading, please feel free to reach me at royaloracle111@gmail.com. And you can find that information in the About section of my YouTube channel as well. So, thank you for your time. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Enjoy your week. Peace and namaste.